Hey everybody, in this video I'm going to show you how to sew your face pillow. As you can see, one side is a smiley face, the other side is a frowny face made of buttons. You're going to use at least 8 buttons, no less, but you can use more if you'd like. Arrange your buttons on your 2 pieces of fabric to make your smiley and frowny face, and then mark with a marker where your buttons are going to go so that you can sew them on later. Next, grab yourself a needle and thread. You can use any color thread you want. I recommend starting with a piece of thread no longer than a foot long. Put a knot at the end, and then you are going to sew all your buttons on. You're going to put your needle through the back way of your fabric, through the mark that you made. See that? See the needle right there? Right there in the mark. And then you're going to place your button on the needle like so. Then you pull your thread through, and then you put the needle and thread back into a different hole than the first hole you put the needle through the first time. And there you go. If your button has 4 holes like this one, you're going to repeat this step through the other holes that you have not sewn through. And to make your buttons extra sturdy and fastened, you can repeat this step as many times as you want until your button feels sturdy and secure. Before moving on to the next button, you are going to have to knot it. You knot it by sewing into the fabric and then looping the needle through that little loop and pulling it tightly. Do it at least 2 times to make sure your knot is secure. And then you're going to get some scissors and cut the thread like so. Okay, once your smiley button face is sewn and your frowny button face is sewn on, we are now going to sew these 2 pieces together to make our pillow. Pay it close attention to this part. When you sew them together, the faces have to be facing each other like they're kissing. So you lay down your fabric like that and you complete a running stitch like so. Do you see this closure? How clean that is? And that is why we're sewing it inside out so that we get a nice clean edge. So you're going to complete a running stitch on 3 sides and also half of the 4th side. But you have to leave a little corner unsewn, and I will show you why. Okay. As you can see here, I've completed 3 of the sides with the running stitch and half of the 4th side. This little opening right here, we are going to use to turn our pillow from inside out to right side in. So you're going to push your entire pillow through that opening. So now the buttons are on the outside. It's important to do this part carefully because we don't want our buttons to fall off. You can use the back end of a pencil to gently push the corners out because they do get stuck. Okay, once you have turned your pillow right side in and you've pushed all the little corners out, we're going to fill our pillow up with batting, also known as stuffing, like the stuff that's inside your teddy bears or maybe a dog's squeaky toy. So you're going to take as much as you need to make your pillow nice and plush. The amount that you're going to need is based on how you feel. I have not measured it specifically, but you're going to need more than you think you do. And as you are putting the batting in your pillow, make sure you fill the corners first. So do you see how I'm pushing the batting down into the corners? So you got to fill it, those 3 corners first, and then the inside. All right, this looks pretty good. Squish it around. And now it's time for us to sew up that opening, and we are going to use a blanket stitch for this part. When you start sewing, put the knot inside the pillow. Do you see how I pushed the needle through the back way? And now I'm going to close it up using this blanket stitch. All right, I'm done with the blanket stitch. I'm knotting my thread twice, and then I'm going to trim it, and then I'm done. All right, there we go. We have our face pillow with a smiley side and a frowny side. We got our running stitch and also our blanket stitch, just that corner right there. All right, you got the instructions. Now go make your face pillow. You can do it. Woo!